For a couple who literally hunt down demons, what could possibly be so damn terrifying that the Warrens are frightened into silence? My name is AJ Spatola with Most Amazing, and these are the top 10 scary demons Ed and Lorraine Warren were too afraid to speak of. At number 10 is the Buddhist Exorcism. Ed and Lorraine Warren didn't limit themselves to American spooks. They wanted to explore all kinds of ghosts and demons from around the world. Think about it, there are so many regional monsters waiting to be discovered. It's not just about battling your everyday demons. See, they took on the Oni and Yoaki. So they jetted off to Japan to investigate these eerie tunnels where people met their end. Ed, who knew Japan from his Navy days during WW2, was keen to drive into their culture and mysteries, but it was no vacation. They were called to help Teresa, a young woman plagued by multiple demons. Buddhist Exorcism was the name of the game here, a stark contrast to their usual Catholic connection. In the footage, Lorraine's trying her best to cast out the evil. It's not easy to watch someone in such torment, but the experts were on hand. Ed and Lorraine had high praise for the Buddhist team, saying that they were cut from a different cloth. At number 9 is the Satanic Idol. Ed and Lorraine Warren had their share of spooky encounters, and here's one you might not have heard of because the Warrens aren't too keen on bringing it up. A satanic idol and a human skull, both found in their collection. Imagine owning something like that. The skull was given to them as a gift, and while it's a bizarre present, it fits their unusual line of work. Now let's talk about the idol. It's an eerie, tall, slender thing, and even though it doesn't scream Satan at first glance, it gives off some seriously creepy vibes. A local hunter stumbled upon it in the woods along with the skull, and that's where the story takes a mysterious twist. See, the hunter claims he was later approached by a man in black and urged him to leave that stuff behind. Spooked and not knowing what to do, he took it to the Warrens, who must have thought it was a great addition to their collection. However, things took a dark turn. See, Lorraine fell seriously ill after they brought the idol home, and Ed believed it was linked to their new acquisition. She eventually recovered, but the details of how they purified or cleansed the idol remain a mystery. It's now part of their haunted relics collection, waiting for Hollywood to come knocking. Maybe it'll star in a horror movie soon. If you're enjoying the video so far, you can support the channel by pressing like, subscribing to Most Amazing, and ringing that notification bell. It's free! Clara Germana Cele possession, or Clara Germana Cele possession. I'm gonna let the... Imagine being a perfectly ordinary teenager and suddenly you're speaking languages you've never even heard before, exhibiting superhuman strength, and reacting violently to religious symbols. It's like something straight out of a horror movie. But this was no horror movie, it was the real-life ordeal. In 1996, this South American girl had the whole town spooked. She was sent to a Roman Catholic mission school, and that's when all the weirdness began. Clara began speaking language she had no business knowing, like Polish, German, and French. Enter Father Erasmus Horner, the local Catholic priest, who must have had nerves of steel. He came to investigate, and after witnessing Clara's terrifying behavior, he was convinced that she was under the influence of something truly malevolent. The priest and his team embarked on a series of exorcisms, battling whatever had taken a hold of Clara. It's a story that'll send shivers down your spine and make you think twice about what might be lurking in the shadows. In the shadows. At number 7, Cindy McBain, just your typical teenager, stumbles upon an old beat-up Ouija board in a peculiar shop. $5 later, and she's got a ticket to the unknown. As she and her friend Nancy dabble with the board, with unearthly clawing noises from within their bedroom walls. Nancy bolts out of there, but Cindy decides to push further, and that's when things go awry. She begins to change, and not in a good way. Her appetite disappears, she starts looking like a ghost herself. Even her parents and teachers are getting worried, hearing eerie voices and noticing her deteriorating condition. When her mom tries to snatch that Ouija board away, Cindy's grip becomes stronger than you'd expect from a little person, and she transforms into an entirely different person. Violence erupts, with her dad becoming a victim of her aggression, and that's when the Warrens get the call. Fast forward to Sydney's hospital room, where Father Emili makes a shocking discovery. Sydney goes berserk at the sight of a crucifix. So an 18-hour exorcism unfolds, concluding in a terrifying tale of demonic possession the Warrens kept tucked away. If this one doesn't give you goosebumps, I don't know what will. At number 6 is the WaxMan. Now the WaxMan, as they call him, is a figure shrouded in mystery right out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Every night, like clockwork at 11:30 p.m., he steps out of his house and embarks on a peculiar journey to a junkyard. Now, why the nickname WaxMan, you ask? It's because of his face, or at least what people catch a glimpse of, which seems eerily waxy. But here's where it gets even spookier. See, people stake out his streak, and when he sets off, they start tailing him. What's even more bizarre is the WaxMan's supposed mastery of timing the traffic lights. Why, you might wonder? Well, to give slip to those intrepid followers, of course. He's well aware when someone's on his tail, and he's not too shy about throwing them off his scent. He'll play with his speed, darting ahead or slowing down abruptly just to mess with his followers, and if you're daring enough to pull up alongside him, you might get a fleeting glance or maybe even a wave, but don't hold your breath for that. Now, there's one eerie story of a carload of students who tailed the WaxMan all the way to that junkyard, and guess what? They never spoke about what they witnessed there. Let's not make a habit of tailing mysterious folks in their cars, especially a guy like WaxMan. Seriously, it's just like asking for trouble. And number 5 is the Amityville Horror Hoax. The Amityville Horror, a chilling case linked to the Warrens, became a sensation before the Conjuring franchise. The Lutz family alleged finding a demonic footprint in the snow, but weather records don't back that up. No snowfall then. The book and film mention police involvement, but records beg to differ. You see, to make things even murkier, Reynold Defoe's attorney, William Weber, suggested it was all a colossal hoax. He claimed the Lutz family, writer Jay Anson, and the Warrens concocted the story. It's not the first time the Warrens appear more interested in a captivating narrative than cold, hard facts. The case of the haunting in Connecticut, penned as non-fiction, had a writer hired by them, and he struggled with conflicting accounts. Questioned Ed Warren, their response was unsettling. They're crazy. All the people who come to us are crazy. Just use what you can and make the rest up. It's a bizarre twist of the tale that still haunts us to this day. At number 4 is the Southend Werewolf. A tale from the paranormal files of Ed and Lorraine Warren stands as one of their most peculiar cases. Imagine, if you will, a carpenter named William Ramsay living in Essex, England, who believed he cursed with lycanthropy, not the Hollywood-style transformation under the full moon, but the seemingly random shift into a beast. Ramsay described his first transformation as a youth, a nightmarish experience of icy chills, primal urges, and an overpowering odor. He transformed into a werewolf-like creature, threatening a fence post and gnawing at wire mesh. For years, he dismissed it as an isolated incident, but in 1983, the wolf reared its snarling head again at a pub, leading to a wild cab ride home. In 1989, the Warrens intervened, inviting Ramsay to Connecticut for an exorcism. He was initially skeptical, despite believing in becoming a werewolf. The exorcism, a night of violent thrashing, supposedly purged the werewolf from his soul, bringing him peace. A silver bullet might be Hollywood's way, but it seems that for Ed and Lorraine Warren, exorcism was the remedy of choice for this strange case. At number 3, the shadow doll is next level terrifying. You've all seen Chucky, right? Well, this doll makes Chucky look like a birthday party guest. It's a horrifying sight. A woman with a white face, swathed in black robes, adorned with chains and spikes, even sporting a human tooth. It's not out for your physical body, it's after your dreams. When you hit the hay, this grotesque creature invades your slumber. It doesn't just give you a quick stare. Oh no, it's sadistic. It haunts your dreams relentlessly, returning again and again, pushing you to the brink of sheer terror until your heart says, "I'm out!" and you never wake up again. Imagine being so afraid to sleep, knowing that the moment you close your eyes, the shadow doll could strike, and it might be your last night. The Warrens have locked it up, but honestly, it's too dangerous. Burn it and be done with it. At number 2, let's dive into the spooky world of the Winchester Mystery House, a place so mysterious that even renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren kept their distance. The story begins in '86 when Sarah Winchester, a wealthy widow, headed to California to escape her troubled past. You see, she inherited a vast fortune from the Winchester rifle empire, but it came with a dark legacy. After losing her family inheriting a fortune from the Winchester rifle, she embarked on a lifelong quest to build a house that never seemed to be finished building. Its twisted hallways, doors leading to nowhere, and staircases to the ceiling give us an architectural puzzle. But why did Sarah Winchester create such a bizarre mansion? Rumors suggest she built it to appease the vengeful spirits of those eliminated by the Winchester rifle. Ed and Lorraine Warren, known for delving into some seriously scary stuff, never ventured to this peculiar place. Imagine that. A mansion designed to appease the restless dead, and the Warrens wanted nothing to do with it. At number 1 is the Brick. Inside the Warrens Museum, nestled among the spine-chilling artifacts, there lies a seemingly ordinary relic. A brick. Yeah, just your run-of-the-mill building block, or so it seems. But within the context of this occult museum, anything is far from mundane. You see, this brick hails from the infamous Borley Rectory, a place renowned for being the most haunted structure in all of the UK before its fiery demise in 1939. On that fateful night, chaos reigned supreme, with over 2,000 reports of paranormal occurrences, including floating bricks seemingly possessed by poltergeists. This peculiar brick might just be the most terrifying piece of masonry in history. Not that there's an extensive list of terrifying bricks to compare it to, but it stands as a chilling testament to the unexplained and eerie events that have gripped the world, reminding us that even the most ordinary objects can harbor extraordinary secrets. As always, if there's an unheard of Ed and Lorraine story that you think I've missed, feel free to let me know down in the comments. This has been AJ Spatola, and I'll catch you all in another video. Later. Okay, I'm gonna be live.